It is time, Monster Jam fans, for another commentary. This is the first official commentary of 2019. Welcome, everybody. So stoked to be back and blowing out your eardrums as always. We are here in Singapore 2017. Got a very good video on tap for you today. Really excited for this one. This video is one of the most popular videos on YouTube. Video credit going to Kevin Fleet. This is one of the most popular Monster Jam videos in YouTube history. Definitely in the top 50 with 5.7 million views. Got a great lineup on tap for us today. Gravedigger driven by John Zimmer, Neil Elliott driving Max D, Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco, Brianna Mahan and Scooby-Doo, Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy, Randy Brown and Earthshaker, Alex Blackwell and Megalodon, Rihanna Buchanan and Blue Thunder, Candace Charlie and Monster Dalmatian, and Chad Tingler in Dragon. We are excited and ready for some amazing Monster Jam action here in Singapore. So we're kicking it off here in the semi-final round of racing. We have Gravedigger, driven by John Zimmer, taking on Brianna Mahan and Scooby-Doo. Brianna Mahan falling behind a little bit. John Zimmer taking advantage. And Gravedigger is walking away with the win going on to the final round of racing. Next up, we have Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy taking on Randy Brown and Earthshaker. Two guys who have been in this sport for quite some time now. And Randy Brown has the edge heading to this all-crucial final turn. Randy Brown's got a lead right now, but he goes a little bit slow over the jump, and Monster Energy is going to the final round. Todd LeDuc is going to take on John Zimmer here for this racing championship in Singapore. They are off. Monster Energy with a slight edge heading to the final turn, but he's on two wheels and he's going to lose the race to John Zimmer in Dragon, who steams ahead with a fiery victory. The guy who's normally driving Dragon pulls a win out here in Singapore in a Gravedigger. A great night of racing, and John Zimmer is going to walk away victorious in this one. Now it's time for the two-wheel competition, kicking it off with Megalodon and Alex Blackwell. A nice slap wheelie walking it along the track. Again, only 10 trucks compete in international tours, so that's why there's not that many here today. He's going for his second hit, a sky wheelie on the backside of the racing lane, and nicely walking it along the lane. A good second hit for Megalodon. It's a 6.432. But next up is Blue Thunder, driven by Rihanna Buchanan. Score to beat Megalodon 6.432. But Blue Thunder, a little bit too hard of a hit on the backside, is going to spell the end of Rihanna Buchanan's two-wheel run. Max D does not compete here in the two-wheel competition either. Now Monster Dalmatian is after your Megalodon, still your leader. Candace Jolly, a solid slap wheelie. The very first show of 2019 year has already happened in Monster Jam. The Triple Threat Series is off to a good start. Tyler Mendiga winning the very first event championship of the year last night. And Candace Jolly going for a bit of a popper. Not good enough for a moonwalk, but it's going to take the lead with a 6.672. But next up, we have El Toro Loco, driven by Mark McDonald. So he's lining up for a Paxton Popper in reverse, putting it up on the back two wheels. A solid first hit. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live is going to be kicking off tonight in Burt Ogden Arena. I'm not exactly positive where that is, but Burt Ogden Arena is going to get ready for some monster truck action. Exciting to see that kicking off a new era of monster trucks. And Mark McDonald walking a beautiful slap wheelie along the track, the king of wheelies himself, doing it right. It's going to be an 8.834, your new leader here in the Monster Jam 2-wheel competition. Now Chad Tingler in Dragon on his Alien Invasion chassis, trying to knock El Toro Loco out of that hot seat. The very first stadium show of the 2019 year will be taking place next week with week 1. I won't have a commentary on that until the weekend after. A little bit of background music here so we don't get copyrighted for the video. I completely understand that. Looks like he's going to be lining up for something here. I'm not quite sure what though. I don't really know what he's doing. He's having a lot of trouble right now though. Chad Tingler struggling. Yeah, he's going to call it quits. Gonna move on to another jump. Lining up for a slap wheelie here, Dragon, Chad Tingler. And a very underwhelming second hit, not going to be a great score. It's only a 4.576. Next up is Brianna Mahan in Scooby-Doo. Current leader is El Toro Loco with an 8.834. She's going to look to beat that with a move that he did on the back two wheels, and even better than what El Toro Loco did. Great first hit for Brianna Mahan, poised to take the lead. Looking to line up for her second hit on the sky, or for a slap wheelie here, maybe on the jammer. Oh, or not. Not quite sure what that was. I believe that will count, though. I'm not sure. Maybe it won't count. Lining up for the backside of the racing lane, a sky wheelie, walking it along the backside. It's going to be an 8.054. Not enough for the lead. But now Randy Brown and Earthshaker. He is as well going for a slap wheelie. And he's going to walk it right along the track. Randy Brown knows what he's doing on the track, slamming into those crush cars. Looks like he's going for the second hit of his run here. A nice sky wheelie, a very interesting move there, but he's still on two wheels, so that'll all count. It's an 8.760 for the dump truck of Earthshaker. But now, Monster Energy, Todd LeDuc, a guy who has consistently been on top of the two-wheel game in his tenure in the two-wheel competition. A nice bicycle. Todd LeDuc's always been overseas. He definitely enjoys being a driver out there. Going for the backside of the racing lane. Looks like he's going to line up for a stoppie or a moonwalk here. Up on the nose, a solid hit for Monster Energy. However, it's not enough for the lead. It's an 8.002, but John Zimmer and Dragon. Not Dragon, John Zimmer and Gravedigger. So used to saying in Dragon. Going for a slap wheelie. Walking it nicely along the track. The last truck out right now. Looking to beat El Toro Loco's score of an 8.834. backside of the step up, going for a sky wheel. He can't see it, and he's going over. Oh boy! But he ends up on his lid. It's a 7.950. El Toro Loco is going to be your two-wheel champion today. Now Chad Tingler in Dragon, again on his Alien Invasion chassis. He's going to kick off our freestyle competition. Chad Tingler's definitely made his rounds throughout Monster Jam. Doing a quick lap around before he gets into his run. He is off, and a little bit of a weird bounce to start off his run. Another weird bounce here in the Dragon truck, definitely a fan favorite in Singapore. Getting some solid air so far, but this Dragon hasn't been flying as high as we know that it can. Going over the crush cars, trying to get something going here for his freestyle. Maybe get something to catch the attention of the fans and put him in the hot seat for a long enough time that it'll get him a win. He's kind of just searching around for a hit right now, though. Time is winding down, going for a sky wheelie on the triple threat jump. Not a very overwhelming run out of Chad Tingler, but he's still got a few seconds left to try to make something out of this run. Lining up for one final hit here, as Dragon put together a solid run in Singapore. It's a 6.428. Not going to really stay in the hot seat for long, but it's a good run out of this fiery beast.
What do you think about Dragon?
Next up is Brianna Buchanan in Blue Thunder, the solely international driver, one of the top drivers internationally in this sport. Going over those crush cars to start her run off. Oh wow, a very big sky wheelie puts her on her lid, and again, Blue Thunder goes out of the same spot 2 straight times. Tough break is a 5.200. Alex Blackwell and Megalodon now looking to take Dragon out of the hot seat. What's a 6.428. The nose coming off. Alex is looking to set his mark in this freestyle competition. Could possibly be the first guy to do a backflip in this show as well, so we'll see if that's in his sights. And going up on the nose, a nice stoppie for Megalodon. Went a little bit further down the track to line up for some big air over the step up. Oh boy, another awkward bounce off of that jump. That could definitely give us some bigger moments as we head down along the field. Looks like, as I said before, lining up for the backflip ramp. And he gets a very nice one, and he ends up getting a small little wheelie out of it as well. The first backflip on the night is definitely a good one out of the prehistoric shark. And walking a wheelie along the pad, Alex Blackwell starting to pick up the pace. He really wants that win. Time's winding down, maybe enough time for one more hit. And he gets it, and he's walking the wheelie along the track, bouncing back and forth. And Megalodon has wrapped up its run, a very good one, a 9.360, which is now your new leader. Brianna Mahan and Scooby-Doo is the next driver to try to tackle this course. The fourth truck out in freestyle with 6 left. Megalodon, though, did set a nice high score. She as well begins to run off with the crush cars. Then a nice transfer into the back of the racing lane. And on the nose, a very good moonwalk attempt. Gets her in for a stoppie. However, not the best of runs so far, going to the backside of the racing lane. She's got to pick it up just a little bit more if she wants to get a win. Her rear right wheel has been replaced. Try saying that 10 times fast. Oh, she's going for the side of the step-up jump, but that is not what she wants, getting stuck up there. That's a nice momentum killer. Brianna Mahan's got a nice goal for herself for 2019, I'm sure, because she is looking to be a Tour champion this year. Again, this is from 2017, so almost 2 years ago, but it's been about a year and a half since this show took place. Before her whiplash days. A nice air, probably the best move of her run right there, and again on the nose! Another nice stoppie out of Scooby-Doo. It's going to be an 8.304, however, not enough for the lead, but she definitely got those fans excited with Scooby-Doo. Next up, a guy we know can definitely shake it loose. This is Randy Brown and Earthshaker trying to knock Megalodon out of the hot seat. And he's off with some nice air. Little bit of a strange bounce, put him on one side, but he's still keeping this dumpy going strong. I saw a funny quote from Tristan England yesterday on Instagram. It was a picture of Kristen Anderson, and it said, "She digs the graves, and I bring the dirt to pour inside of it." I thought that was a really funny quote that he made. Funny joke. And he's going to throw it into a donut Earthshaker, definitely spreading some dirt around like it should in that dump truck. Randy Brown looking to get these fans on their feet out here in Singapore. His pace has slowed up just a little bit though, so I'd like to see him try and get something going here. That was almost disastrous, but Earthshaker is still pedaling along. Backside of the step up for the first time in the freestyle run as well, for the freestyle night. Time is winding down here, may have enough time for just one more hit. Oh boy, up and on the nose! And he went into a somersault and some veteran driving there to throw it in reverse and save the bad boy. But what a great run of Earthshaker. However, it's not going to take the lead because he didn't do a backflip, so it's only an 8.794. But that's got to be the move of the night so far. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Candice Jolly kicking it off with the racing lane. I like these wheels that they put on the Monster Mutt Dalmatian truck overseas too. Very pretty. It's been a very good show so far. Some nice air. I went back and I was looking. Oh boy, Monster Mutt Dalmatian though ends up on its lid. It's a 5.791. A tough break for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now Mark McDonald in the Flaming Bull, the Crazy Bull, out here in Monster Jam in Singapore, looking to take the freestyle win. So back to what I was saying, I went back and I looked at some of my first commentaries, and I remember when I used to do like what the theme of the show was. So far the theme of this show is, I'm not really sure, but I think the theme of this show has been solid pace. We've seen some fairly solid pace so far. Mark McDonald, as we know, is the king of the wheelies. We're kicking 2019 off right with a very good run so far out of Mark McDonald, and a very good show out here in Singapore from 2017. Back of the step-up time. There you go. Some nice air. Again, trying to get Megalodon out of that hot seat. Alex Blackwell's been sitting there for a majority of the freestyle show so far, and there aren't too many trucks left. We have Max D, Gravedigger, and Monster Energy still to come. The bull goes over the crush cars. Solid run to this point, but I would like to see him do something big and definitely try to throw in a backflip at the end of the run. Definitely happy to see Mark McDonald back in the El Toro Loco truck this year. Going to be good to see him in his rightfully deserved truck. And a very nice slap wheelie, as I've mentioned many times, the king of the slap wheelie. I actually think the theme of this show has got to be slap wheelies. There have been a lot of those so far between the two-wheel competition and freestyle. These guys have really been dragging the tail. And another wheelie out of El Toro Loco. Mark McDonald somehow managed to get a wheelie out of about 75% of his hits. It's a 7.794, not a backflip in the run. That definitely hurt his scores. But coming out now is Monster Energy and Tabla Duke. Megalodon, the score to beat with a 9.360. Let's see what Tabla Duke has in store for these Singapore fans. The Singaporeans. We know Tabla Duke can definitely air this puppy out. We'll see if he does that here. I want to just give a quick note that I now have almost 2,900 subscribers on YouTube. Our numbers keep growing every single day, And I'm so happy to say that we're almost at 3,000. When at the beginning of the year this year, I don't even think I had 1,000. Oh, at the beginning of 2018. So it's been quite the amazing 2018 year for me, and I'm definitely grateful for all of you guys. So let's make 2019's goal to reach 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal right now for 2019. Hopefully we can get there with some great content and some great videos. I've got a lot in store for this upcoming year. The commentaries are going to be even better than they are now. I've got so many more things planned for every single commentary that you guys are going to be so excited about. Trying to make it a little bit more of a professional show that's going to be a lot more like a real Monster Jam broadcast. So I'm really excited and stoked for that. And you guys should too, because it's going to be a very exciting year if you're on the channel. But getting back to Tyler Duke's run, he is definitely putting together a solid showing right here in Singapore in this Monster Energy machine. Going for the backflip, the second backflip of the show. A little bit of a weird bounce on the back left, but he's still getting this bad boy running. It's almost time to air it out right now, but I think he might have broken something on that hit. Going on two wheels, a nice move for Monster Energy. Definitely should be poised to take the lead right now. And huge air, Tyler Duke's getting ready to air this Monster Energy machine out. Oh my goodness, the biggest air of the night. Tyler Duke getting some Duke leaps right now. I think that'll spell the end of his run though. An amazing run on 9.703, your new leader. But now Neil Elliott and Max D riding in the front engine Max D overseas. Interesting. I think it's cool how this year they have the front engine trucks in 2017 and overseas, but in 2018 they had the rear engine. So Neil Elliott did not get to compete in the two-wheel competition. This is his chance at redemption. Both of the faces have fallen off as well. I really like the way that Neil Elliott drives. He's got his own distinct driving style. So incredible. If you didn't see it already, make sure you go check out my 2019 tour predictions. I posted a little bit earlier this morning. I go over my predictions for the top 3 of every single tour in 2019. Solid run so far for Max D, but not the air that we saw out of Tyler Duke. And another slap wheelie. Slap wheelie galore out here in Monster Jam in Singapore. This is again, by the way, from August 19th of 2017. Some solid air. Should be about time for a backflip, but he's going to combo it up over the step-up jump. That was a nice move, but Max D still has not gotten a backflip, which will definitely hurt his scores. And that'll do it for Max D. It's an 8.675, but that's not enough. And now it's time for Gravedigger John Zimmer, who's going to look with a battle-scarred truck to take the lead from Monster Energy. The truck's almost, it's war-torn right now. That's from the two-wheel competition from flipping over on the step-up. Very awkward bounce. He's trying to knock Tyler Duke out of the hot seat. Really nice air. The Black and Green Wrecking Machine, a fan favorite all across the world, is trying to walk away with some more hardware. But so far, some really nice air and a nice transfer combo. Oh boy, a very nice save out of Gravedigger. That's gotta be sticking in the minds of these fans as now he lines up for the backflip. Lands that perfectly as well. Tabaduke's gotta be shaking in the hot seat after a very, very good and technical save. Some of that, I'm sure, was definitely luck. Backside of the step up, shedding the entire body, and all that remains, which is seemingly always all that remains, are the doors on the black and green wrecking machine. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but it seems like every time Gravedigger loses its body, the doors remain. Very interesting. His pace is definitely slowed up right now, though, but I think this would be poised to take the lead. Went for a stoppy or a moonwalk there, but did not get it. Gonna spin it into some donuts. He's really trying to take the lead away from Monster Energy, putting up a good fight. That's gonna do it. The clock has expired. Time is officially run out here in Singapore. Gravedigger gets a 9.628, which is not enough for your lead. Monster Energy is your freestyle winner. A good show out here in Singapore. The final show that I'm going to be covering that is not a part of 2019 for a long time. So thank you for watching, guys. As you see the upcoming commentary list here, it is filled with stadium tours for the 2019 year. But as you see next week, it is to be determined. I am most likely going to be covering the Hot Wheels Monster Truck live show. However, I don't know if I'm going to get amazing footage from it. Mario Ortega told me that he's going to give me a video for it. If it is good enough, and if the show is good enough, then I'm going to cover it, because I definitely want to see what that's all about. And if not, then I'll try and do something else. But excited for that, and I'll see you guys all next time, and thank you for watching.
Look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.